Alrighty. Hi. Hello, welcome. We had some bot problems. I had some bot problems. Let's turn this down just a little bit. So, hello, Whit. How are you? Hello, Jesse K. What's up, man? Cheryl Crawford and Joe Arcade wins. Hello. Welcome. We are in for an evening, man. I see Tom Andrews renewed 17 times. My goodness. Thank you so much, Tom, man. To exclamation point you over here, man.
You're at the front door.
There's the Cammy. What's up, man? Tom Andrews with the renewal. That is awesome, man. Thank you so much. If you're looking in the background, what's up, Cammy and the Miss? Is good to see you. Hello. We're gonna play an interesting game. What says it's corn fusing? It is corn fusing. It is. So I forgot to hold this up like that. So like most games, hold on. Oh, like most games, the what I do, my approach to them. Yeah, so what I do, I go out and I find no spoilers, just whatever, and I look for some stuff like that on YouTube. Didn't find too much, so I watched like one Steam video, like one of the Steam store videos. So I know a little bit of kind of the premise of the game, and I've heard about the game. I know that the game is like kind of sort of like meant to be messed with and broken. And you play it through multiple times, and there's various different endings and stuff like that. So we're just gonna get kind of mind wrecked a little bit. I guess that's what's going to happen. So let me boot up the game. Let me turn off this, and we'll get into the thing. Mic check 1 2. That was satisfying. That was satisfying. Is this meant to wait, this is meant to be jacked with? Yes, this game is one of those like choose your own adventure, but like, I mean, look at the screen. Like the monitor is monitoring in a monitor. That's not me doing that, that's the game. Oh, dude, yeah, this game is from 2000, either 11 or 13 or something like that. But yeah, it's one of those. You guys, I reference. It's a game and a game and a game. It's another one of those Boneworks kind of weird things. I don't know. We're gonna find out together. That's the purpose of a live stream, isn't it? Right. So here's my options right here. Let me turn off the widgets momentarily. So this is what I am presented with. It says begin the game. I did go ahead and mess around with the video and the audio. I have not messed with anything else just to make it so that I could control it and so that it would look good. Cammy and the missus. From me and the missus. Sorry we haven't been in the lives lately. Where's my... Oh, I've got the widgets turned off. Hold on. Mic check 1 2. Thank you so much, Cammy, Mr. and Mrs. Cammy Blue, Scratchers and Vlogs. From me and the Mrs. Sorry we haven't been in the lives lately. No need to be sorry, bro. Thank you for the super chat, dude. You are amazing, dude. We all have like lives and stuff, dude. I'm sorry that you know, we all can't hang out as much as we do. But Cammy, dude, thank you so much. Long time member of the channel. Check out that 12-month badge beside his name, man. Look at that 12-month badge beside his name, man. That is outstanding. And you all the members of the channel, everybody just chilling, watching, lurking, doing the stuff. Joe, he's streaming. Thank you, Joe. I'm sure you're going to wind up watching something eventually, so here we go. I got my lucky ring sitting right here too. I got my lucky ring sitting right over here on my lottery land tray. Alright, beginning. Let's go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, this is the point in time where I'm starting to realize that I might have wanted to wear headphones. So let me know, is the echo too bad while I'm playing the game? Is there a really bad echo? So we got like pencils and stuff. 427. Oh, there's do not hear an echo. Sweet. Alright, so this is just kind of like open world so far. Just getting up, exploring doors.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I'm supposed to go to the meeting room, eh? Where's the meeting room? And that'd be my Valentine. Yeah, something has fallen. What? Partition core. Okay. Where's room number 420? Where's the meeting room? There's I hate Mondays coffee. Is this the meeting room? No. Meeting room. 415.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't want to do that? So this game is all about choices, so we'll go to the left. This game is also about multiple playthroughs, so do it over again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, so meeting room, floor. Bunch of stuff on here. Rip friends. Tomorrow complete update, blah blah blah. Who moved my desk? Alright, so there's just stuff everywhere. Yes, the broom closet is right here, as it is said. Happy birthday, Cheryl! Congratulations, happy birthday to you. You
Coming to
are...
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going to do as it tells me to do. Oh, it's luxurious up here. Oh, look at all of this. Oh, here's the executive bathroom. Oh, wow, this is... Look at that texture. Man, I like this on this dark oak. Man, it looks nice up in here. It's gotta be making some bank. Bah, 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 bah. I watched that show, Superstore. It's hilarious.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Right. So we have darkness over here with no flashlight. How far can we go? That's as far as we go. This is interesting. So far, I guess we're going to the elevator. Going down. I don't know what's happening here. We have a load screen.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Weird. So I was just at a desk and now I'm
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I did. That's what you think. I could escape. So what do we do? What do we do, guys? Do we escape, or do we go to the mind control facility? Escape or mind control facility? Oh man, I don't know. Escape is written in what appears to be crayon or some kind of Sharpie or something. Yes. Mind control. Mind control facility. As he opened this door, he stepped inside.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Looks like Beat
Did he
Saber to
have
me.
the strength to find out?
Words. Alright. Well, let's keep on going. It's over here, man. Security camera. More things. Alright, more buttons to press.
Now the monitors jumped to life,
Oh my.
their true nature revealed. Each
The
bore the
Matrix.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What? Whoa. Hey, I want to see those again. Hey. Alright. Well, what do I do now? That's neat and all.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay. Let's just go.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, that one did say
Here
fired.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, really? That's what you think I'm going to do. Awaiting input. So I can destroy it? Or I can turn it on. Ooh. I think. So I can go down here and activate. Is there like a run command? Let's see. Is there a run? No. Alright, so we can come down here and like destroy this thing somehow by pressing this red button. Mind control idle, awaiting input. 95. So, or I could go just turn it on. Oh, that doesn't do anything. So I guess we're gonna go turn it on. Ooh, there's this. There's this. It says 5. 5. What? Hold on. There's a lot of these. Two. One. I don't know. Just pressing buttons for pressing buttons' sake. We can go upstairs. Ooh, what's that? Hold on a minute. Blue shiny. Console disabled. Okay. I think I might need to go turn the machine on. And then I'll try these in order. Alright, let's go try to turn on the machine. Whoa, there's a bridge now. There's a bridge. Was this bridge here before? Was that bridge there before? I guess it was. Facility power. System power on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
What?
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
I guess that's that. Well, that was fun. Oh, we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And we're back, everybody.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
We're gonna go
he
back
entered the
in.
door on his left.
We're gonna disable the machine this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
Don't
up to
get
his
fired.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, we're gonna go turn off the machine now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alright, so do we want to continue?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, well.
2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
You're your own narrator, pretty much. It seems that way sometimes. Alright, here we are again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I kind of want to see what the escape deal is.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Alright, so let's go through this again.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Okay.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Was it over?
Yeah. That's what I'm asking myself right now.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
The open door. There is no open door. Okay. I'm outside now.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
No more
The
control.
feeling of liberation.
Oh,
The
no.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Well, achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Alright, here we go again. Here we go
All of
again.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
This is
he had simply
fun.
missed a map. When Stanley came to a set
Let's
of
go to
two
the
open
escape.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mic check 1 2.
Yet
Let's go
there
to
was
the.
not a single person here.
Let's go to the
either.
escape written in
Feeling a wave
crayon.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This is great.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
This game. Okay, this is a fun game, man. Snarky narrator, man.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, he already made fun of me once. Let's see what's
Although
over.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
That's the game. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
You can't jump. That's an achievement unlocked. You can't jump.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I'm alive. Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Stanley's computer? The office layout. Okay, so I can actually read this. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development. That core layout remains almost identical to its first iteration. The corridor. The pacing, the opening section was important to get right. I had to make sure it's alright, so they just made it so that you reach the doors at the same time. Office computers, employee database. This is like a, almost like a debug room in a way. This is kind of cool, a little Easter eggy. Button sounds. This is cool. More office stuff. There's a maintenance room. Copy machine. Okay. There's... Are these screenshots? More endings. More narrations. Fewer narrations. What? Warzone. What? Warzone. Early in the development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. When the action of the game would become sentiment and would rage war against an area, I realized shortly after starting to build it was far too jokey on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Okay. So I bet you can play that. I bet you can play that. Like a museum, man. Subject from Lance Perkins. From Lance Perkins. I have a burning question. For instance, on a scale of 1 to Max Ernst to Salvador Dali. Whoa. It changed. Narrator emails. Okay. This like shows you everything in the games. Weird. The lounge. Okay. Stanley's office. Yeah. There's like 4 of them in there. Okay. Weird. 2 random crap. What's up, man? How's it going? Monitor room, elevator, the countdown room, countdown desk. Early version of the countdown ending. Freedom ending. What's over there? Boss's office. Can we go in here? Employee lounge, underground. Early version of the underground. Now here we are. Here the narration outtakes. Oh my.
Stanley pushed the number 6. Now look closely. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively.
You just got the keys to your newly purchased single. Heck yeah, dude. Congrats, man. Office clock. Where's the ending? Where's the ending? What do we do from here? We just had Warzone. Okay. Interesting. Foam dart blasters. Man, I've modified a couple of those in my day. I've got a Strife that I've got revved up pretty good with some lipos in it.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
And then
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
yeah, I've got, I forget what they are. They're like fangs, but they're not fangs. So I think I was supposed to hit escape and quit there. Is that what happened? Said quit to menu. We're gonna begin the game.
This is the story of a man. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go to the door on the right this time and see what happens.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
This is fun. Find something else to look at. Let's go watch the clock. Just watch the clock. See what happens. Isn't this hilarious? We'll move along.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Alright, so shall we listen? Do we listen or do we keep going? We'll listen this
And so he
time.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Or we could go down there. Wait a minute. Now we're back in the beginning. Hold on.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an up. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Let's
boss's
go down.
office.
Since we can. We're gonna go down here. Fire hose.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter,
What?
these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Okay.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
What is
I
this?
am okay.
What is this? And now we're back in the same place that we just were.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
You
She
do?
rose,
Okay.
got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And here we are again. And here we are again. Alright.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
What? Try going out the window. Hold on a minute.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What? I just did something. Oh no. Okay, good. Can I open doors now? Can I get back in my office? No.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
But input received 1. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There's more windows. So we're gonna go back on here.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay. So we'll go back and admire.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
Yeah, that's great.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, so now we're at an architect table. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop, it says. You can hide under the desk. You hide around under the desk. Alright, well, let's go out in here and see what happens. It needs a key card. Alright, we have warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Oh my. Okay. So I guess we need to go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
This is weird. Oh. Hello.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another...
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
What?
You actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
I don't want to go to sleep. I guess I have to.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer.
What were the devs
as long as he
on when they were
remains
doing
here,
the
he's slowly killing
development?
himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Should I press the button? I'm just not gonna press the button. Just not gonna press the button. I'm gonna press G. G doesn't work. H. No. I'm not doing it. Not yet, anyway. Mic check 1, 2. Well, nothing's happening. I guess I'll press it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press 8 to question nothing. Wait a minute.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Is
We're
this
not so
game?
different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Whoops. I pressed a button. I pressed a button. And we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Close the door. So I go
This
to
was
the
not the
right.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, so I can't do that.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, so I'm going to close that door. Can't do that. So we did go in here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we can come in here.
Look, Stanley, I think
There's a
perhaps we've gotten off on the
platform over
wrong
there.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Alright, so now we're just not
That's
gonna
her,
answer
Stanley.
the phone.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach
Just
out
not
to
gonna
her.
answer the
If
phone.
you can truly place your faith in another, then
see what
pick up the
happens.
phone.
No. Unplug the phone.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Phones don't plug in like
It's
that.
definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
What?
It's
No.
the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What the heck is this? Thank you,
Excellent.
random crap.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright, so we're going back in here. Alright, let's look at this. If I can get off the forklift at the right time, or off the thing at the right time.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I just wanted to go over there, in there. Well, can I jump? So I have to go to the options and enable jump. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me on this game if I had to actually enable jump. So, you can't laugh out loud or you'll wake up the logs. This game is hilarious. So, that requires a key card. That door is reopening. I think I made the wrong choice with the question you asked me earlier, Sean. Is this gonna drive you crazy? Uh-oh. I don't think jumping is an option. It says too random crap. Alright.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I go to the door on the right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
What? Alright, that's kind of broke. Did it fix itself? No. That's funny. We go backwards? No. Alright.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. with you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
No,
Just
we're
follow
back
my
here.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. This is
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, so we need to go through a different ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
So I
office.
can't go down there. Oh crap. That's blocked off now. That used to say executive water closet. Or executive bathroom or something. Business times. This is interesting.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 119.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Okay.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
And then we have in credit screen.
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Okay.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Well, that was fun. And now we're back at another load screen. Alright, so now I'm going to shut my door. And stay at my office. And do as I'm told. Alright, so I just closed my door. Now I'm just here. I'll just wait here for a while. Just gonna wait here for a while. Click on the computer. Can't open the door. Alright, well, I'm just gonna sit here and question my existence. That's cool, man. I'm here to explore the game, so I mean, it's kind of point in the right direction. You should have said Legos. Dude. Cammy, thank you so much. You and the missus, y'all are amazing. You should have said Legos. Speaking of Lego, I did go ahead and complete that TIE Fighter helmet today. I got the thing right, and I was like, I've come this far. I'll just show it to you the next time we build. I almost. Thank you so much, Cammy and Mrs. Blue. I almost wanted to, or I almost started the dinosaur build as kind of a one night, hopefully, build in like 3 different parts. But alright, this is, let's begin the game again.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
So we go to a broom closet, maybe? Might check 1, 2. Let's try to go to a broom closet or something.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, so I think we're in
And so he
here.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Go down here. We've been down here? I forget.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left. Oh, there. Well, this is interesting.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Ah, he's
No,
messing.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Alright. From the top.
All
Here
of
we
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go try the broom closet.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
What?
Stanley, did you change anything when we
There's
were back
supposed
in
to
that
be
room with
2
all the
doors.
monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ticket time. What's up, Carson? How's it going? Okay, now the story gets interesting. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. What's up,
All of his
Carson?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Simo! What's up, dude? Simo's in the house. We're playing the Stanley Parable. It's interesting.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Hope everything is well, Simo. Long time no see. Hope everybody's well over at your place. I'm just clicking on everything.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
The what? Now we're going back the other way. Okay. You died and came back, literally? What? Dude, what happened?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my gosh. Now the game's restarting. Heart rate was 178. Oh my goodness. The Stanley Parable Adventure line. Now it has a line.
Right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No. What's through here?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh. He's making me go through the line. Oh. You're playing solitaire. Alright, so back
You
to...
see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
What?
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Okie dokie. This game. I don't know. Annual review. Yo, what's going on, Dabbing with R5? There is something seriously wrong with this game. Whee! What's happening here?
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Go back and look at that fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
So I'll take a screenshot, huh? Screenshot F5. Okay, this fern. That's a great fern, okay. Why do I need to remember the fern?
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Yeah?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Okay, well, you gonna keep copy machine, alright. Keep following the line.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Here we go again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? This direction? Okay.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
We're just walking around and...
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Oh, the line is back. Oh, way to nothing. Oh, the line is going over there. Alright, so now where are we?
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
And it won't let me go any other door. Alright. The confusion ending. What?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
What is this game?
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Okay. Well, and then that happened.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so we're gonna do this again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Alright, so now we're in the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Right on, Wit. Alright, so I'm gonna stick out. I'm gonna stay in the broom closet for a
Baffling
minute.
that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
I'm gonna
At
wait.
least
I'm
if
gonna
there was
take a
something
quick
to
break.
interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm a-waiting. Just a-waiting.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah, that's like the entire
Maybe
point
to you, this is
of this
somehow
game.
its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, The responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I didn't mean to move the mouse.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
No.
He or she has fallen prey to any number of your
No,
countless
sorry.
human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Oh man, welcome to the confusion, man. Yeah, this is nothing but confusion. Are we done here? Now leave and go back in. Okay.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
That's funny. This is hilarious. Or is there anything else that I should do in here? Or I guess we're done in here. I think we're done. Alright, proceed.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, now which way should I go? It's unblocked again. I could go down. I could go back up. Oh no. More decisions. Oh, what to do? What do y'all want me to do? Already got the ending going down. Alright. This is executive bathroom again. Oh, it's open now. This is nice. What? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast time. Money crisp. Extreme bathrooms. Oh, this is nice. Hey, I need my privacy. Alright, can I go? Whoa, I can go through here now. Business strategy. I can go through there now. I can go through there again, but I can go through here now. There's an elevator and a bookshelf. Okay. Elevator music, nice. Nice. Actual elevator music for a load screen, that's great. Mic check 1, 2. There's stuff on the floor. Well, here we are in the elevator. Yep. The narrator singing along. The narrator is singing along to the music. What happens if we go up? Let's try down again. Nothing really happened. Nothing happened.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
New passageway? Alright. Nothing. Alright, let's scoot up a little bit and see what happens here. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So, should we do this again?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So far, I mean, we've done everything. We haven't done the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 button press thing.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Is this a jump off point? No. Alright, well, that's great. Let's continue on and do something.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
We've already done all this.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Let's see, 4's way up there. Can I open this? No. Four. And 5 is like straight ahead. So 5. It did nothing. Okay. Pressing that does nothing.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place.
So we're
and
gonna
to
turn it off. Yeah. And then we'll go do all the buttons.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Good night, Cheryl. Have a good one. See you later.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah, we've done that one, so let's begin the game again. I did try
All of his
pressing
co-workers
one.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're gonna do on this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna do on and then the button pressing.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Here's the door, just go. Alright. Load screen. Alright. Drop from the lift on the platform. Next restart.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, so I go
The lights
here.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Go this way.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
Once
to
I get in
accept
there, I
blindly?
can't. It doesn't let me.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Well, let me off
unthinkable.
this lift.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was
What's
the proof.
back?
The
Hey.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
5.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
They want 1, 3.
What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
3.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die
3.
anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off
does
the
this say?
machine. I set you free.
Press
Of course,
EQ to
that was
send
merely
sound.
in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
3.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Battery back up.
But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in a retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again.
Now where's the yellow?
And Stanley died again. And
Yellow.
Stanley died again.
Goodbye.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
I don't
No
know.
ending. Just you being blown to
What
pieces.
happened?
Will you cling desperately to your frail
What
life, or
happened?
will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
No.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the
No.
show. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the
No.
moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
And there we go again. Well. Oh, here we are again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is this all you've been doing, the decoding thing? No, we've been through a
Yet
few
there was
different
not a single
endings.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We've been through a couple of different endings, but I mean, you've been here the
But
entire
Stanley
night.
just
You know
couldn't
that.
do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired.
But
for
yeah,
that.
just that
And
one
in
part.
such a
That's all we
competitive
did.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind?
Alright, so let's restart the game. In the meeting room, I've noticed the slideshow change every time. Could there be a clue? I've been kind of reading it. It didn't really look like it was anything, but I can take a look at it
Someone
again.
was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? The end is never the end. The end is never the end. The end. Oh, you can turn that one off. Or you can turn them all off. So you can... Awaiting input. Input received. Okay. That's progress, kind of. That input thing is progress.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright.
Stanley
Green
felt
bean,
lightheaded,
what's up, man?
butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, the yellow.
Stanley
guy.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we need to go off this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That's funny.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
The lounge was grand, majestic. Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So I wonder if there's anything down here that I can
Stanley
jump
was so
on.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh no, they're out of your favorite stuff at Kroger. That sucks. Alright, so I've been like everywhere but like that
Look,
place.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Yes,
someone
it
you've been
is.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
How am I supposed to do that, Mr. Danger Everywhere? Doors are closing behind me. Since something they added a teespring. Okay. They put on teespring. Oh boy, mugs and stuff. Oh yeah, those are cool. Alright. Okay. So we're in a new little area.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. Red door, blue door. Which one, y'all? Red door, blue door. Red door, blue door. Blue door?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is interesting. Okay. What's in here now? Let's try this again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Sure.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Whoa, buddy. So, I do think that this is an actual ending that takes 4 hours. I read something about a 4-hour ending. So...
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
I think that truly is a 4-hour ending.
Seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What are we doing now? Now we're playing Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me.
Now we're playing Minecraft.
Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
I can't jump. I'm just stuck in this box. This is all I can do.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
We're going mining now? What in the world is this game?
My, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
And there it goes.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
There's a toilet. Whoops. Gavin, hey man. What? Okay. So now we can go through here. What am I doing?
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Now I'm playing Portal.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then, I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
This game is nutty. If y'all haven't seen this live stream from the beginning, this game is absolutely nutty. Okay. Filing cabinets. Please rate your experience. Alpha test, beta test. Office space. This is nuts. And now I'm somewhere else. On floor 509. With no light. Nothing to see. Nothing to do. The narrator's like, shut up. Oh, here's a light. Hold on. Whoa, there's a terminal. It's a terminal. The light's back. Haunted level? I don't know what this game is. So, there's a terminal there. Alright. And
I
now,
wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
babe.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
And then we'll wait. Okay. We can. And here we go again. Back to it.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Have fun, babe.
Now it's
Love
even
you.
closer. Here it comes.
This game just gonna reboot itself again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't know how much this dude got paid. I'm not seeing any hints on there. Everyone is unique. You most of all, yeah. Number of slides on the slide. Slides, charts, and slides. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Alright. I think there was another choice on the bridge, maybe? Blue? Or no, it was red. So we go back to the bridge. We go red.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, so...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We're gonna go this way, then we're gonna turn around, we're gonna go the other way, we're gonna go to the red door.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Mind control,
And
aka
Stanley,
Dave and
one of
Buster's.
them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
And if you want to, seriously, you should check out this live stream from the beginning, man. It's
This
a
mind
crazy
control
one.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been
I've been
under
waiting
someone's
for the
control
perfect time
this
to play
time?
this game.
Was this the only reason he
I
was
couldn't
happy
think
with
of a
his
better
boring
time than
job?
tonight.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
I spent all morning putting together that TIE Fighter helmet.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
I've already got the
Never.
green light to
It was
order an R2
unthinkable.
unit.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly
On
spent
May
his
1st.
entire life utterly blind to the world?
That's right, folks, you
Here
heard
was the
me.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored.
Oh, I
and
forgot the
commanded from this
input
very place.
on the
And as the cold reality
keypad.
of his
Crap.
past began to sink
Hold on.
in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, so I'm gonna turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Yep,
they kept you
May
enslaved all
1st,
these
Lego
years, you go and you
R2.
try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say,
Alright, so there's the power
now
bank.
this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Alright, so I need
It's your time to
one.
shine. You are the star. It's your
That's
story
10.
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to
3.
enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what
Green.
all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
There
A
is
moment
no
of
blue
solace before you're
3.
obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be
I need
even
more
better.
pink buttons.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds now.
Yellow.
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to
Yellow.
be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was
Yellow.
capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones,
More
or maybe
yellow.
this big red button, or this door.
Yellow.
Everything, anything, something here will
And
save
back
me.
to the
Why would you think that,
one.
Stanley? That this video
I
game
don't
can
have a
be
number
beaten?
3.
One solved? Do you
Don't
have
have
any
a
idea what your
blue
purpose
3.
in this place is?
Don't have
Do
a
you really
blue
believe there's
3.
an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in the
There's
wrenching
this
explosion
3.
of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
There's 10s. There is no blue
And Stanley
3.
died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
That's
Just
it.
you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well, here we are again. Phone's ringing.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
You're welcome. I need to find the input computer. I have to do the input thing. Can't go through the window. Not that one, anyway. Where's the input computer? It's gotta be around here someplace. Checked all those. Turned that one off. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep.
And here it was,
Here we are.
the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. But
Yep.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No thanks.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we're gonna stand right here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Wait.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Alright,
Are you
I'll
that
go down
convinced that I
here.
want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
We've got red door, blue door
Let me
coming
prove
up
it.
again,
Let me
I
prove
think.
that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Alright.
Stanley walked through the red door.
So we did blue door
Oh,
last time.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, Let me show you.
Okay. That's awkward. Close the door.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
There's a big black room.
Here. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I've been in this place in my VR helmet. Kind of. Wonder if this game's VR compatible. That would be freaking nuts. Well, that's fun. Now what happens? Now what happens? Now we have green lights. Okay. Oh.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay.
Right. Where were we?
He just wants me to stand here. Okay. Should I just stand here? Wait for it to cycle all the way through? I mean, I don't know how long this could be. But this is great. Whatever it is. We can take a quick break while this is doing its thing. Alright, so nothing seems to be happening in there, so let's just go back through here.
No, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
What if I go back a third time?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there, hmm? Just stay here.
How long do I have to just stay here? I walk off the platform. Nope, it will not allow me.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
See how long this is gonna keep trolling me. Mic check.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Okay. I'm gonna sit here and just waste time. I'll watch a YouTube video on it. I don't have any lottery tickets, unfortunately.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
You wanna go back? We'll go back. I think I'm gonna find a stopping point, grab some dinner, and call it a night, actually. Yeah, there's a stopping. That's funny. It's just a staircase to
No!
that.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Back in here?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
See how long this takes. Okay, well. That was, this is the game. This is an ending. I was looking up if this was
Stanley,
an actual ending.
Go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
So, this is the ending.
No, what are you doing, Stan? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Yep, this is how you end this part. You just keep taking fall damage.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
And this is apparently the only ending in the game that makes the narrator.
Too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back.
And here we go. On that note, I'm going to call that a stopping point. It's been almost 3 hours live. I know the first like 2 minutes of that was wasted, not wasted, but time spent setting up bots and stuff. So it's been fun, y'all. Thank you all for joining me and having fun this evening. All the members, all the super chatters, everybody that has participated just by being here, really. Cammy, thank you so much. You and the Mrs. Witt, of course, thanks for everything. Infinite Mooah, Cheryl Crawford, Joe Arcade, Wins, String Bean, Gavin, my wife, Mrs. B, and whoever else. Simo was in here for a while. Whoever else that might be lurking around that I'm missing, I do apologize, but I look forward to seeing you the next time that I see you. Happy birthday again, Cheryl, even though you said goodnight earlier. If you watched the replay, thank you so much. Happy birthday. And yeah, y'all have a great rest of your night, evening, day, whatever this is to you. And until the next time, it'll be until the next time. So see y'all later. Bye.